alumni. Anaya, is that Anaya? Yay, Anaya. Hola.
Hi.
Thank you for joining in.
Of course.
Are you in school? Are you at school?
Yeah, I'm at lunch.
Thank you for skipping school.
Of course, anything for you.
It's for a good reason. Nice. I changed your photo.
Thank you.
Sure. It's we're just gonna wait a couple of minutes for some more people to join in. And if not, we can start. I mean, I don't know, to Ruth. It's a busy night. There's a lot of meetings happening. Maribiel and El, where are you from? Where are you guys calling from? Oh, I cannot, hold on, you're muted.
I'm from United States, North Carolina.
Okay, all right, nice.
I'm from the US, but I'm from New York.
From York? New York?
New York.
Oh,
Mhm.
nice. Okay, all right.
I'm attending on behalf of my daughter because she's in class now.
I was gonna ask you, so who were you representing? Okay.
Yeah, my daughter, she's interested in the Seville program.
Nice.
Just wanna see what are all the requirements and how competitive the program is.
Hold on. Let me, my other alumni, we're gonna be like two. She says she's having issues with the link. Anaya, that one work for you, what, right? The last one I
Yeah,
sent you?
yeah, that one.
Okay. Let's see if she comes in and then we can start. We had 10 people sign up, but okay, she's coming in. Ruth is joining in. Anaya, you don't know Ruth, right? No,
No.
she was a summer program student, and she liked it so much that she's right now in Sevilla. So she's with the high school abroad program. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. She's hold on, let's see if she joins in. Yeah, so I asked her, so she's like you, she did the high school abroad program, and there she is. Hola.
Hola.
Hola, Ruth, how are you?
Bien. Good. How are
Bien.
you?
Very good, thank you. Thank you for joining in. I think we're gonna start because it's 9:06 and somebody joins, and it's like a small conversation we can have because it's only Elle and Maribel. So we can do introductions. I'll start, I mean, although I introduced you already, but I'm Raquel. I'm the director of the Global Navigator programs in Seville, Spain. I manage, we have GAP students. We have the high school abroad student, which is the program that Anaya and Ruth did. And also we have the summer program, the high school summer abroad program, which is the one that also Ruth did. And so, yeah, I've been with CI for 17 years, and I love meeting students and welcoming them into my city and seeing my city through their eyes. So that's what it's all about. And I'm originally from Sevilla, but I lived in the States 10 years. So I'm a good mix of American and Spanish. Maribel, do you want to go next?
Sure. My name is Maribel. I'm representing my daughter, Andrea Graciela. She is interested in the summer program, and she became interested because our friends had an exchange student from Seville, Federico, and she became friends with Federico, and she says, oh, that would be interesting if I could go and, spend, the summer program with them. And, they continue their friendship via, phone, and she wants to hopefully be able to join the program next summer.
Nice.
She's
That's
taking
awesome.
Spanish. Yeah, she's taking Spanish now in school. Plus, she understands, she's not fluent in Spanish, but she understands Spanish because it's spoken in the house.
Nice. Nice. Awesome. All right. Elle, what about you? Do you want to introduce yourself? I don't know if she has a microphone. Maybe not.
She's in school and they're in a fire drill right now.
Oh
so
my
she can't
God.
talk.
Okay, that's fine. Maybe she can type something, or is she like, is the school on fire? In that case, no, do not type.
Yeah, Elle, if you want to type, feel free. But if not, stay safe. So do whatever you need to do. It's cool.
Okay. Well, Anaya, you want to go next while she
Yeah.
takes?
Hi, I'm Anaya. I'm from San Francisco. As Raquel mentioned, I was a high school semester abroad student last year. So I did my spring semester in Seville, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. So
Nice. Thank you, Anaya. And Ruth, you are a little bit of everything. You did all the programs CIA has.
Yeah, my name's Ruth. I did the summer abroad program. I also did the year-long, well, I'm doing the year-long program at this very moment. I'm from Virginia, and yeah,
And you did the summer program in 2021, right?
I think so.
Last
It's been a
summer.
while.
I know, it seems like so long ago. Yeah, it was last year. All right, so hopefully we can answer the questions you have about Seville. Here's a video that one of the students made.
I started the video.
Hold on, so the video is a good summary, I think, about what it is. So I don't know, can you hear it? Yeah. Hold on, well, I stop it, but.
I can't hear it, but I can see it.
It's just music.
Okay.
All right, that was the video. So you couldn't hear the music, it was just music. So that is, I think, a good summary of, I think, Ruth, that was made by someone from your group. I think so.
Really?
Yeah, one of the students from your group. So
I've started the video.
oops, sorry. Oh my God, sorry. Oh, here we go. Okay, my colleague Claudia is not here now. I did the presentations on Raquel. We have Ruth and Anaya. I don't know if you know where Seville is, but it's right there, south west of Madrid. So Seville compared to Madrid, it's like a smaller city, or it seems like smaller. It has in total 1 million people. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's like very spread out and it feels like smaller than it is. You girls can interrupt me when you can. So Seville, it's a city with a lot of tradition, a lot of history. There's flamenco. Oops, I'm going too fast, I think. Oh my God, sorry, I have no control over my, on my laptop. Reasons to come to Sevilla. I mean, I don't know, Anaya, Ruth, what did you think?
Yeah, I think everything on that list, the people are super awesome. I think I feel like Seville for me was like the first place I went to where I felt like the city was my friend. And I like just really fell in love with sitting at the river and journaling and like having a coffee like during the winter, like that, like just I don't know, I felt like it was just really peaceful. And it really kind of puts all the culture that Spain has, as well as like the African culture together.
Ruth, what about you?
I actually agree a lot. Like the city itself was very friendly. It really just wanted, it felt like I could just live there. And it's people are amazing, always ready to help you. It's a beautiful city, and yeah, I love it so much so far.
That's why you wanted to come back. So in the summer program, students do live in downtown Sevilla, but in the semester or trimester or year-long program, the students do not live in the city. They live in villages, like Ruth right now, and Anaya, Ruth is in a village and Anaya lived in a village outside Sevilla. So in that way, the immersion is like higher, because Seville can be international, but of course it's nice because in the summer the dynamic is different, because we have classes at a study center, like language classes for 3 hours, and then during like from 9 to 12, and then what they do is like they do this we call it like misión Ñ. It's like an activity where they practice what they learn in the classroom, they practice outside. So they will go to a store and ask like how to, buy something, or they will go somewhere, or they will ask people whatever about their family or what they like to do, about cinema. So it's like very interactive. The classes are not like your typical grammar, boring Spanish classes. They're very fun and interesting. And then after that, they always have lunch with their host families, because the students are placed with host families. And then after that, in the afternoon, we'll always do an activity during the day. And the weekends, we do a day trip and an overnight. So that is basically, and it's like 4 weeks long, the program. So Seville highlights, I think I'm jumping in, but traditional neighborhoods, as I say, Sevilla feels like small, even though it's a city. You go to your butcher and you go to your fruit store and you go, the people get to know you. So it doesn't feel like you are, people are friendly, like Anaya said. Easy to navigate. There's public transportation and there's a subway, but students are in the city, so they don't need like the subway really. There's a lot of walking. Students usually are surprised how much walking you have to do, because it's easier just to walk than just, wait for the bus and something. And the streets are like narrow streets, so it's just like, it doesn't connect inside. So it's just like walk. Of course, the food is amazing. Tortilla, gazpacho, especially in the summer. Nice cold tomato soup. It's so nice. What are your favorite food from Spain, Anaya and Ruth?
Good question. I liked kind of all of it, but I liked like what my host mom would make for me, because it was like the home stuff that like I couldn't really get like at a restaurant. So like just kind of like those fresh things within like my host mom would make.
Nice. And you, Ruth?
I loved how many pastry stores there were all around everywhere. You could just like grab something for €1.20 and you're just good to go. But obviously I'd agree that like the fresher foods that your host mom makes are probably the best things you can get.
True.
So yeah.
I agree. All the students love their host family's food. So I think I already said this a little bit. So again, classes are 3 hours of language classes, and we have beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And this year we have an advanced program separate to the regular one. So that's going to be new this summer. So again, students can come with no knowledge of Spanish at all, because we have beginners, that they start from zero. And you can tell so much the difference from when they come to in 4 weeks, because they live with a host family, they take classes every day, they practice, what they learn outside the classroom, the activities are in Spanish, so it's like all the time. And depending on the level, they have what we call a program leader, who is usually a teacher from the US. And that's the person in charge, and they speak only in Spanish to the students. And they are like the ones who kind of manage, that group usually will take them to the activities and talk to them and organize the misión ñ. So that is usually the dynamic. Maribel or El, do you have any questions about this kind of how?
My daughter's taking beginner Spanish right now,
Yeah.
and she'll have a year of it. So when she goes, will she be considered beginner or intermediate?
That depends. You will have to do a language test, like an exam. Can't remember
Okay.
right now. Yeah. And then depending on the score that she gets, then we'll see if she is like a beginner or she will be like low intermediate. Because
Gracias.
we have usually intermediates where the most of the students fall, but then that's why we divide them between the scores that they got,
Okay, great.
So
I
yeah.
didn't know that you also had beginners. I thought that you had to be Spanish speak or, at least have some conversational language in order to join the program. But I'm so glad that, you do have beginners.
Yeah, we do have beginners. I don't think we did it like way at the beginning, but now we do. Yeah. And I think one of the things that students like, we give them a lot of independence to explore. So they like that. I know in other study centers or other places, they don't, but Seville, it's safe city. We tell them, we give them, of course, advice and where, what to do and not to do, like, be careful what time of the day, don't walk alone, things like that, but it is a safe city. And we give them freedom to explore, and to kind of go out and go out in the city and practice their Spanish. And the 3 meals are provided by the host family. They do have a curfew, students, summer students. This is actually the CIE Study Center in Seville, but depending on the amount of students we have, we might have the classes at the study center or we have it somewhere else. But the groups are small. I think we have like maybe, from 13 to 15, something like that, or 10. It depends, on the groups that we get, depending on the scores, but they're quite small classes. So that gives a lot of, it's for the teacher, it's nice, it's not like a crowded classroom. So it's easier to learn when there are less students. And the classes again are super fun. I've been to some of the classes and it's just like they talk about topics, and it's just very fun, and they practice all the time. Misión ñ is what I told you. It is what they practice what they learn in the classroom, they practice outside. So these are some students like asking some people some questions, and then they need to report back to the program leader, or they need to take pictures, or they write on their Canvas journal, what they learn or what the answers they got. So it's again it's practice all the time. So that's the way that they can learn. Here we have some activities that we do with the summer students. Cooking class is number 1 star, and we also have flamenco classes. We have visits to museums. We have kayak. We have many activities. Again, the activities that we do in the afternoon after the classes and after they had lunch. Ruth, you remember what was your favorite activity when you were here?
Cooking was very fun in my opinion,
Right?
because You got to learn how to make like a cuisine that was local to the area and also get like rewarded really well because the food was very good.
Yes, yes. Cooking is always, I know we cannot have cooking all the time, but it is a fun, it is a fun activity. Homestays, we have different kinds of homestays. Usually, I mean, we have students place 2 students together in each homestay. Again, this is in the summer program. In the semester program, we only have 1 student per homestay. And it can depend. It can be a family, it can be an older woman, it can be, you know, just a couple. It just depends, you know. But they are all within Sevilla and walking distance from where the classes will take place or the meeting point where we do activities. These are the dates for the 2 different programs we have this summer. Again, the advanced one, it's a new one that we have this year, but the dates are exactly the same. And we have 2 sessions, you know, session 1 and session 2 for each program. And I know, Maribel, there it says 1 year of high school Spanish minimum. But again, for beginner, I know students who don't have, I mean, maybe they talk some Spanish, but it's like pretty basic. And they
Well,
start.
Andrea, her name is Andrea because she said, you know, Andrea, she is, both my husband and I, we speak Spanish. He's from South America and I am from New York, of Puerto Rican parents. So we both speak Spanish. So she's used to listening to Spanish. It's just, she's not fluent.
Yep. Yeah. So well, her score might be higher because her listening is like, you know, quite developed, I'm sure. So that's good. Yeah. Again, depending on the score that she gets, like she might be placed different level. COVID, well, then I don't know now, there's like new variants, but as of now, we only need masks for public transportation and hospitals or pharmacies. So that's it. Everything else is like normal, like before COVID. So that is all I have for you to present about the program. I don't know if you have any questions for Maribel or Elle. I know, Maribel, you're happy that there are not restrictions about the level, so that's good. Is anything else that Andrea would like to know about the program?
Yes, academics. So let's say, for instance, she's really interested in the program. This semester, her score dropped below a B because of the math class. Now, do you have, in order to be admitted into the program, do you have to have a specific GPA?
Not that I know of. B is good. We are not gonna be. I mean, like... Matalin, do you want to say something?
Yeah, there's no minimum GPA to apply. If you're applying for a scholarship, I can say that I think most of our scholarship winners have like a 3.0 to 3.5 or higher. But to just apply and get into the program, there's no like minimum GPA requirement.
Okay.
Sorry,
Madeline, I just realized that I didn't let you introduce yourself. I'm such a bad person.
No worries. I put a little blurb in the I put a little blurb in the chat, but I'm an enrollment coordinator. So I work closely with students and with parents from the application process all the way up till when they leave for departure. So I have lots of knowledge about just like maybe the more logistics of our programs. So as you're asking questions, like I can chime in. I also lived a year in Seville. So,
oh, you did? Oh my God.
I did.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
I taught for a year, so I have a little knowledge there too.
With Teach Abroad?
With the auxiliares.
Sí. Teach Abroad. Yeah. Nice. De Junta Andalucía. Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, very good.
Unfortunately, I only visited Spain and I went to Madrid. That was the only area that I've been to in Spain.
Oh, okay. Madrid and Sevilla are very different. Very different.
Yeah.
Like
but
Madrid.
If Andrew gets into the program, then I have the opportunity to travel there.
Of course, you can come and visit. We say parents should visit at the end of the program, just so they don't interrupt, because their day is so packed, every day.
Oh, no, it's like, I plan to hopefully, what do we call it? Adult backpack through Europe next year. Adult backpack means you don't carry the backpack, you just have a rolling bag.
Nice. All right. Is Elle saying anything in the chat, or is she out of the?
I
Yeah.
have one question. I know with CIEE, there's like certain programs that do host families, and then some that like I don't know. I read it somewhere where they don't do host families. It's like hotels kind of. Is this one with a host family?
We only do host families, yeah. In the summer and the year, the semester or anything. Yeah, we don't do residence or hotels. I know other study centers because they don't have as many host families as we do in Seville, but Seville, CIE has been, Seville has been a location for CIE for 50 years. So we have a big network. But we do have families. We don't do residence or hotels, no. I think
Okay,
it's
thank you.
better the immersion like that, and it's like you live with a family. It's so much better. Otherwise, you'll be hanging out with Americans, That's like you
Yeah.
do that in college. You don't need to do that now.
All of our language and culture programs require a homestay, just because like Raquel said, it's a part of the immersion process, but our thematic programs, like our themed programs like business or arts or something, those you would stay in like a hotel or a hostel or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Anaya and Ruth, you want to share like your best memory of Seville? So we end with like nice memories.
Sure. I guess like from Seville, we well, there was a day we went to a water park with like CIEE Isla Mágica, and that was like so much fun. It was like one of the last, like I think it was like one of the last weekends we were all together. So it was kind of like our goodbye to the program and to the Americans. And that was just, it was so much fun. And we were all together, and we had formed another family just within each other. So really getting to spend time together, and then getting to just like be by ourselves and explore the city as like the sunset. And it was summer, so it was getting dark really late. That was probably my favorite, or I still think about that day, and I think a lot of my American friends, we always still talk about that day as one of our highlights from the city.
I remember that day. It was very nice. Yes, fun day. What about you, Ruth? You have now so many memories with summer, and now you're making new memories still. She just went to Cordoba, right? Last weekend.
I did. Yeah, I love Cordoba. I love Cadiz, everywhere I visited. But one of my favorite things that like I get to do here is just, nap with my host mom in the living room after eating a huge lunch. Because it's just like time together that I really appreciate, and very Spanish to take a siesta afterwards. So
Nice. They say there's no better siesta than the one in the sofa. So I agree. I do. If I take a siesta, I have to do it in my sofa. I can't. If I go to bed, it's like forget about it. I'll never wake up. But the one in the sofa, it's nice with the TV on. Nice. Great. Any other questions, El, Maribel? Just to put your
What is the deadline for the application deadline?
December 1st, right? Here it is. Fill out your application by December 1st for a chance to fly free. No, wait, when is the application, Madeline? Is it December 1st? No.
January 18th is the deadline. December 1st is just one of our promotions. If you get it in by then, you could be put into a raffle for a chance for a free flight. But the deadline is January 18th.
January?
January 18th.
Okay.
And there's another alumni discussion panel on Wednesday, right, Madeline? But that's only for alumni, for the...
I know every Wednesday, alumni. So every Wednesday it's not a discussion panel, alumni discussion panel.
Oh.
Every Wednesday, our enrollment coordinators are doing a virtual webinar at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It just gives an overview. If you want to know more logistics, like the application process, what we do in terms of safety, our homestay process, more logistical things, I would attend one of those webinars. They're at 8 p.m. I could put the link to register for that webinar in the chat. And that's every Wednesday leading up to December, winter break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Great. And just for Maribel, I know for your daughter, you're gonna worry. We have an emergency phone. As I say, our program leaders are the ones who are in charge of, the first contact with the students, and then there's the CIE staff, like me and many other of my colleagues are there too to support the program. We have an emergency phone. We have, the students are with host families. So what I mean is there's a lot of layers of, people watching and making sure that the students are safe, that they're having a good experience. We do bystander intervention, letting them know, what are some things to watch for and to watch for each other and to care for each other, and that we all kind of like this big family, in the summer, that we have to, if you see somebody not having a good time or you see a red flag or something, like we say, okay, tell us about, this friend or something. So it's very nurturing, at the same time that we give them freedom, so it's like roles and responsibilities, but also they have a lot of freedom.
She's been to camps and away from home. So she's used to being away. She also spent time, like I said, we're originally from the New York area. So she's familiar with being in the New York area. So she's a little savvy about, being in a big city. Well,
okay.
Okay.
I know parents worry about safety. I would too, but anyway, Seville is quite safe city. Any other questions or anything? Madeline, any other things that I missed or?
I'll just reiterate, I put a lot of links to things in the chat. If you want to book a call with one of our enrollment coordinators to talk about any of our programs, you can, especially the Sevilla program, you can always book a call there. I put the link to start an application in the chat just so you can see all the elements of what you would need to get in. And then I put a link to our website. On our website, I know you watched this presentation today, but if you want to go back and find sample activities, we have a blog written by students who traveled on this program. And then we have daily and weekly itineraries. You can go to our website, go to Sevilla, the specific program, and you could look there. And then I also put the link to register for that weekly webinar every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Awesome. Very good. Well, this felt such a nice conversation, and I have you all in my living room. So this is feel that you are right here having a nice talk about CIE. So thank you for joining me in my living room this afternoon. Maribel, do you have any other questions?
No, thank you very much for the information. This was very informative, and it gives me a good understanding of the program, and I can explain it to Andrea. She is really looking forward to to being part of the program. So hopefully she'll be able to process the application and get it in time for for the assessment.
That's awesome. What's her last name? I'm looking forward to see her application. Andrea's what?
I think there's an application in process right now. Andrea Graciela Fajardo.
Okay. Fajardo. Okay, right. Awesome. So we'll be very happy to welcome her in Sevilla, and I can tell her that I met you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. I don't know if I'm gonna see fire or something. Are you there? Is she still there? I don't know. I cannot see the chat. Oh.
Buenas noches.